Yagye abasobodie bebree na yaredare ewo mmransem mu legal services bi te sɛ family law, matrimonial law, immigration, dispute resolution, Ghanaian customary, any family law. Wo BWF deɛ yen solicitors edi enigye ene twitwaje wo na yɛboɔ nso nyɛ den kra. Yen partner penimpa Bernardo Wusu aye lawyer ewo UK memu bebru mfie duonu nkron 29 years. BWF solicitors kura won ho. Inti se ba na ebusuansem bi te se child care, eya abofra hwemu, awaragya ye ho twema mentwe. Ene ohye ana injunction ye de to domestic violence so a, ye ma wo legal assistance ya edimu na ye adwuma nso. Yen child care, any family team no nim nia wo famu ewe ni eya wo brɛ mu. Enu nti ne yeto ye mbo ase ma wafutu a esefata ewo kokoa mu. Yen senior partner Ayobia Law Society Family Law Accreditation Panel agina tumu no sanso ye member na kyerɛ eba no sɛ ye gina wachi etwitwaje wo family any matrimonial cases ho a wonni haw kra. Wope advice immigration sensem ho. Wo BWF solicitors deɛ ye immigration team no abredare general immigration ho nsɛmsɛm
kusi complex immigration.
Me pacho me ho ye na matamfo obre.
Pacha ubia hoboko. Pacha sorry phones where.
Yes, we shira yen.
Yedayamiase.
Na adumayefo ne BWF solicitors for ubia ho ye de.
Oh, nyamiadom obia ho ye Yesu adom yedayamiase se ubia ho ye.
Na me ka say ya motri nwunu na egumachi. We de wasesa begu anim.
Oh, say you change styles na kakra. It's me your way, sir.
I'm out here for too much.
Oh, but that's the very.
And I pay at you for 8 you at Daroma.
Fature you. Me die for Nina as say ended day on to me. Eben near Asia, Eddie and Como. As usual, every Thursday be a bit of updates in terms of their air course so now at least obi wo ha esa ohu bibia air corner na wotumi aye empire afa eno so ho entimichia ye telephone na ye mesumichia ye social media platform viewers ni na me hope some na mo ye Prophet minim say what say about the current situation at air course of Afghanistan and how almost say almost tries almost evacuating almost British nationals ne nkofo almost jide say so almost ne almost eba so what's news na almost say Taliban and say nkofo no almost abeje government no ewo Afghanistan no ka say 31st of August, which is this coming Tuesday, and a deadline for American, US, American, UK for no to evacuate for as soon as possible. After that time, no to me and there are so many people who are frustrated about this whole situation. Until last week, government no making announcement say ebe introduce sa Afghan resettlement scheme na eye nkofo there because there are Afghan refugees who are living in the UK. But Kukrampo be whom me last week, and to him no at least with me abinya British citizenship ewo krom ha, and he was thinking about Nimba and then a year and the fact that currently no. Because of their air cost, it will be very difficult for Nimbano and Nigerian to come into the UK. Or say, of course, Nimbano you're British because we share your British Nationality Act now. Say in Kolano, Ebia, you warm after the time now. Omo papa inya British citizenship, omo benya British citizenship. And now Crampo said in Kolano, omo dasu yen Kolana, omo papa ewo. British citizenship so register na after registration also na isumi enya sa British passport no. And see, of course all of this is in the man's mind, but or possibilities are over to me enya after UK government evacuation now almost say almost year. And in cases like this, of course, because of the time that Taliban fono ediama UK government and US government in nancy unkofo air pre unkofo air say na then na metumi aye afa me family a omote Afghanistan ebi mo ho for work purposes enye obia na aye Afghan national or say Afghanistan. And there are some people there who are working as diplomats, and I say omo juma as charity workers, and I say ebi mo ho omo we media. Let's say ebi omo journalists, and as omo reporting on the news that's going on. And there are so many different people at least evacuation or ever boom. At least so omo can say we are British and there of course omo do better priority list no so for nkrofo omo be should I say number of people omo to me evacuated. And one good thing about this policy no so yes say with the application at home. So let's say nipa crowe a obi hu me last week so or say or the application etum emma neere say ebia because nkola no ene neere no currently no the situation is so dire into opeso FLR application and I say appendix FM application to show say of course near no pese eba chrome ha on 2.5 inti or no ne nkola no omo pese omo application na at least because of what is currently going on na at least almost to me ashomo. So the current policy is not just for Nkofa omonya visa no, but at least for Nkofa omodi application at home at least almost to me I can say okay, so the application at home there and the priority list of Nkofa yebe evacuate no also can be in saying Nkofa just British citizenship in Kwana yebe evacuate omo and I say Nkofa American citizenship in Kwana yebe evacuate omo but all the application at home there yebe share won so na yetumi evacuate wo another thing na omo can say omo BA sa application process for Afghan family for now then at least some Nkrofo will be able to come into the UK and they are hoping say at least a total of 20,000 Afghanistan family members will be able to join Omo family now more UK ha. And see that's just a bit of update I'm person now it's here for in terms of what the UK government is doing to help Nkrofo now more Afghanistan and answer Nkrofo na ebia Omo dream says beya omo the application betum na at least omo ebusiafo no abejoin omo ewo chrome ha. And then in terms of UK should I say in Brano say ohwe Nkrofo na debi omo bisa say oh na in Brano in regards to Akasenya case no akosi saying is all to do with the fact that ebia wo akola previously no was Zambrano right to reside and say was Zambrano right previously na almost say because EU for no we are no longer part of them into appendix EU where Nkrofo was at derivative rights no to me enya settlement and answer to me enya indefinite leave to remain to live in the UK. And of course, that was good news because time no before Brexit, there was no settlement and after there was no indefinite leave to remain for Nkrofo Kras and Rano no. And that was good news. And because of that, Mami Weya Debia I think say Nkrofo bought the role no. Oh yes, our application under the EU settlement scheme saying obey to me enya indefinite leave to remain. First, no, of course, now or was that derivative rights, and I said Zambrano 5 years. because now our SARS and brand of 5 years now on him say on to me enya indefinite leave to remain. And nkola no so omo here nyema on to me entoma one debia because of nkola do one nti na oye dwuma part time and on here emboa from government nti obisa ne lawyer say obetumi aye bibia fa ne benefits and I said obetumi age benefits ana and lawyer can say and the person age benefits there and the so switch ko 2.5 no so it's 2.5 no so no and I yede no to ya otumi ya access to benefits kakra. Of course also check call 2.5 no so na omo introduce EU settlement scheme. And so obisa the lawyer said na EU settlement scheme no mo say you be to me age indefinite no and then patch up me person me switch call no and no application the court case way e buy because obi a wokra Zambrano 5 years was switch call 2.5 as I switch ba EU settlement scheme there how possible is that and of course high courts no and then the lawyers epine so say I obey to me yes idea no because na first order Zambrano no so and was switch call 2.5 into see I almost say Zambrano for no ebetumi enya indefinite ne de na say or possible say obenya sa indefinite but we share appendix EU a case specifically says obi ewo another immigration leave to remain so and unfortunately the standing panel end to me and switch emba sa EU settlement scheme no so inti na okan confirm na omo ye exempted so omo be switch akọ EU settlement scheme because na over 2.5 no so inti omo kasa no afi the home office for no aka say because high court judge na aka say mama no betumi aswitch na wetumi akọ EU settlement scheme no omo mpene so because in brand can different inti omo there omo be appeal to the appeal courts na appeal courts no it's me a year no afa their high court judge no e kan in say no na ye train omo nye decision ye da so e train omo na at least say bibiba yama etiefo ehu because omo aye nhehye anase omo apene so say appeal court no ma embra no anase omo ma decision in regards to whether high court judge no the okaye no cre and I said their home office no their more cannot no credit and obviously not and no assembly tra but say high court judge no their okaye no credit and the omubema nkofo kwan say omubetumi aye applications no to switch to the EU settlement scheme indefinitely to remain. And so of course I know na menim say etio for bebre person who say bibi aba afa no so na of course yeah that's so air train say as yet into decisions like this of course appeal courts no ever take more time and make a decision into and take it just a few weeks it will take some time into let's hope say within the next 3 to 6 months no omo to me and make a decision na nyama etio for who say ni say na airco prophet when you say makasa bebre afire updates no in I'm hoping say yeah tie for no so ebenya baby from their mama omo no so prophet been say kakra
na me say mamemfa number no entu dwa na afi mama wo atoa enkomo na wo de breye ende no so ni atake afiri ho back ansa na me de number no betu dwa no na o ka say ye hwe se emre bi ba ma Afghanistan fo sani e be ya omo so betimi de eniema na tutum na eniema ye kama ana se omo de application atum no ejimi so me pa cho metimi ko register Afghanistan na
so say I said want to Afghanistan o UK has eno no emfa ho into inkrofo no mo to UK hanom na omo wo busiafo e wo Afghanistan no Omo na we be born titiri because ebia omo refugee status ewo krom ha and na say afi na omo nya omo British citizenship ewo krom ha so omo na omo ka say and there omo betumi abo ama omo ebusiafo abeka omo ho.
Okay, enti se mi go krom ha de dade a ma me nya ma adwene se me na me ye Afghanistan ni kura na me ni nkrata ma me nya ma adwene se me ko register as Afghan.
Oh, there be. So when you're in Krata there and any shame because almost try some of them.
There be lawyer meaning Krata, but me Afghan, me Afghanistani.
Oh, we are Afghanistani.
Emran a bit me cover me.
And now when you asylum claim via.
There be.
Oh, and I say we are asylum claim. Say most people in Afghanistan no, the reason Ninti are more ever chrome high is because of their AC woman chrome. So as civil war Ninti, it has made it very difficult for them to be able to survive. Last week, Nipa na obo home in Oka said because of their AC for so many years. Into a Juma Crampo ding. This whole system is so broken. Say so brother Crampo. Ehia bibia obetumi aberiaw nti wankasa wo brother onene enyi no obetumi aba ho akache wo se wan fasika we amame am mekunba anasa meje oba and anasa mekun yere nti the system is so broken say obia time ne brother anasa ne sister. When he was telling me this I was so sad. I was like, why say one kasa wunya ebetumi aye because of the war that is going on. I think this is something that of course the Western world and I say in Krofono eti UK ni US ni Europe no say omo betumi aye bibia abo omo then it will help because a lot of the women there you don't have a right to even go to school. In Bano and omo protested the most. Because for them, no, they don't have any rights. They don't have the right to education. They don't have the right to vote. They don't have so many rights. It's so wrong. And so they almost protested because na ebe affecting the more any in Kolana no. I can see why they are protesting so much, and I'm hoping say at least able to me I be abom. Yeah.
Hey, and my lawyer, I didn't know Ayadin. And I pay your lawyer Eunice from BWF Solicitors. And you go to train and come. When we say about Emrem and Samudia, BWF Solicitors, or my Adarim, or Yakukudam, Papa, and I pay Emra what one in Samusono, Ubet Midi, when some wissa, and a white bench, and any opposite who afa. 0208 133 4646 0208 133 1134 na yedi wo ama lawyer Eunice na when say ma opese obi say nyina no what me dia fa no so lawyer Eunice and edian na wo dey mai
and say topic now is about what to do say omo refusal application. Let's say why your application ama home office for no whether it's to enter the UK and I say UK ha and why your application
kosokasa metio kosokasa why
okay pacho into let's say for instance why your application say over UK and now crampo say why your application say UK ha now we extend they will leave now for one reason or the other I can say fa in Kratano and one of the things they say of course most people will say na then to me after refusal decision no. And many people, of course, will sometimes put in a fresh application because ABA omoka say musika no ese unya no ABA na unya into a refusal application for student visa into for student visa no because when you certificate no it's just a unya certificate na ansana you bet to me ama o sa visa no be like that no, of course, over to me, like I said, over here another application bill now. Of course, when you're it should be able to be successful. But say, Ujidi Pa said, dear, say, Ode Chiro Muninano, Ode Chiro Muna, some decisions are there that unfortunately, and you're correct, how can you challenge Home Office for no? And I say, how can you make them aware, say, sa decision way no, na you're wrong, and I say, na, home boy no, na, and to me, I'm wow, yeah, because of the fact, say, ebia onyama na wo de kire omo na bibia ye pepepe nti unnim de nti a refuse say. And you get a lot of these decisions into whether it's family applications say we enjoy no ana say umba be join no UK ha ana crampo say oh yeah application for student visa ana say oh yeah application for worker visa. And of course before yenya skilled worker visa no ne student appendix student visa no. There was the tier 2, tier 5, tier 4 visa routes. In Sisanko there are still those who hold those visas, and sometimes say you refuse a visa application, then over to me, I found. And most of the time for Nkofa Abia Omukra Nkola and I say Omo partners and I say Omukun and I say Omoyere Eti Chrome Hanom no. Most people would do a right of appeal and say Abia you refuse to be entry clearance application say near into member and I say nebano into me emba Chrome ha. Usually the next thing nipa no bedrin the fact say says nipa no appeal. And most of the time some people who make these applications say when you say lawyer now munim adekenkanya, some of the time they don't understand and I say munim. And say a lot of the time you have people calling me from Ghana and I say I'm an and they're like, oh, you're refusing my application, then I made to me and of course say you refuse to what, then you are looking at the options available to you. And of course you have the right to appeal. And say we appeal la usually in Brano, which is our Nationality, Immigration and Asylum Act 2002 no. So we say what they appeal by so making sure sa appeal no appeal under human rights. Into human rights and they say abia or ebuseni to say we yere any umba ewo krom ha and I say one kasa o kram ho no private life ewo krom ha and now crampo say o ka say o human rights no is being infringed upon and I say with krom na wotimu sisi ano nkrofo no a almost time one and I say microphone almost person betina sacrum no almost no abia for some reason almost degraded and say they are showing you degrading treatments almost person almost show when you say but because we need time some person almost show na why you will be out to me and some which you come back to Chrome because for one reason or the other no so call chroma abia ubewu and I say abia uyare no ebe deteriorate and I say ebe get so worse that to me and into those things are known as human rights. Into say abia o put it in application now say sa application now me do to me no it is obviously a human rights claim there and no or right of appeal. And so most times no so will be a application so person ordinary and I say nukunu and I say nimba eba UK so applications where your human rights applications and nipa no to me I appeal and usually no so what's outside of the UK omoma 28 days in bre send over to me I appeal no because we will be what's outside the UK say we will be what's inside the UK now, we application based on Oba na say we application based on partner there, and no over 14 days, and to say we are outside, and say no say ABA time no paho na oka say ABA 28 days na paho and answer 14 days na paho. Then to me I afa sa decision now mo buy. Of course the thing to do will be to see a lawyer because ABA to me entry years the entire time no apaho ABA to me I the fact say only my day can into now unim campus say deadline be also sometimes when you way only for kasa almost say now unim or more decision on but now want to say time down and now campus say some year be home. And if there is grounds and I say engineer so to me I make it appeal now at least a lawyer will be able to show you and I say to me actually say me say na omoka but no cry because ABA or evidence and I say will say nyama na the command no no say umesi sa embra no kwan no so inti some of these things can be technical na unim na of course sometimes one time ne pa ho na when to me anye ho hwea of course you will have to do the application again. All your application if you know so omobe charge you and as omobe fa sika because application fee there you refund it. Oh nya de to ma pay omo edge omo sika no. It say oh right of appeal. Na at least unim say oh engineer so to me e de engineer so aye appeal na at least wait to me and sign engineer so e de aye. Of course, and just human rights applications and kwana over to me, I home appeal. So, refugee status. It is say America, Afghanistan for who instem. So, refugee status. And Afghanistan for kwana refugee status for Chrome. But so asylum claim now at least can say refusal claim into say and no appeal and also who kwanya over to me aye appeal. And now Crampo said obia octi chrome her as an EU national family member most of the time because of the current EU withdrawal bill nyane EU for no one internal society or right of appeal say so we EU settlement scheme na oman farm awa and also sano or sa right of appeal. In normal year applications under your old Brano, which is our EA regulation 2016 also. Almost our right of appeal under regulation 26. In so almost no say was our rights now. Not as so exercises our rights no because of course say once ya say ABA refusal decision no with the amount no unye brain into one shada NCA senya over to me aya afa ho now I could embrania over to me actually say ABA because of the fact that Moka say document which is your birth certificate ABA and no you say any system no so and yet genuine and see you say way and I did refuse so then over to me aya afa ho say right of appeal now
people no yenti ne odeba me ba cho me ma wachi ama wakwa ba
yeah me also
me ba cho lawyer otinenka
patran
aha yo kasa lawyer Eunice 8 team
yo Eunice good morning Pacho my application 2020 September and unfortunately I'm say 6 months time now or refugee on the basis that the application, the marriage certificate was not registered after 28 days. Until the lawyer and I say you want to file for review, administrative review, which is 28 days. But right now, in 5 months now, you're more pre-action a month ago, no 2 months ago. But somebody has a tired corner said, Obudimi, and yet, Obidia, over media, and Fiomar in Gromania high volume of applications since January. 10% knows what is the next thing to do because as I said, all together it's almost 1 year now.
Okay, may I confused a bit in terms of whether we appeal and I say we application.
May administrative review after a review, sir.
Okay, and say administrative review no. Almost say after how long? 28 days.
Yeah, 28 days. That was administrative review, but after within 27th of last year month, I said there could be some delays. And I trained for 3 months. 3 months so internship. And your mom pre-action. Pre-action also buy. Pre-action no buy so no. Almost prioritize it. We can't do my application over others. And I say, hold on, no. The pre-action is in a high volume of application.
And so at least almost that's so air process administrative review, no. And
sometimes, yeah.
Yeah. And say I know that they have a limited time in terms of administrative review, say review decision. Say for instance, who say there was an error in the way making decision and there someone boy as soon as possible. Timelines, but unfortunately, can say since coronavirus they have not been able to go by timelines now. Usually, no, It's say lawyer wire pre-action protocol letter now. Of course, him say person over so for judicial review. Say legitimate claim and I say reasons the entire say error application also there. They know say abia ndimu intina to me and say of course you refuse so. Now come person refuse to I'm sure said they would have brought a decision as soon as possible. But usually it is when they know say there are more evidence to show say ABA will application for administrative review and I say will request for administrative review no ABA or case. Into those ones are the ones that sometimes take such a long time. But it's good to say at least will lawyer acquire pre-action protocol because sometimes it might be said because of the backlog Nancy to me and show. And so that will bring it to the forefront of the caseworker. Over to me, and see, I'm sure that they will get back to you soon.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
That's now, second one, COA, certificate of application. Employers will be rejected. Those have been immediate reaction on the COA in our applications in our rejected. So, share code.
Fee waiver application, they share code. Make sure that because
I say right now, no more than the key decision. And they made the COA, and then a pre-action letter protocol from the Home Office, accounts and the application for a job, for them to know that I've done the application. I'm waiting for a decision.
Oh, okay. Okay, so usually no, in more EU settlement scheme national. Bibi a share code. Because of course, so we have our EU settlement scheme. No na we have EU settlement pre-settled status and settled status. Decision no. The bar link with the letter to show say person will share status with employer and say any other person. Say we say. But EU in conform kwana meaning say was our share code.
Yeah, maybe they need EU family member.
Okay. And since the pre-settled status and settled status, the and we bet me I share with status no with another person.
I don't know what reviews, and the will review now, and I make one and the will review now for 5 months now.
Patch of Debbie. Into 6 months. Okay, 6 months certificate of application. Anna.
Yeah, it's more than right now. The certificate of application is more than 6 months now.
Okay, and to say more than 6 months, usually the employer will say they will have to check your status and see what I usually tell clients. They say, catch our employer to look at the employability checking service. And so I'm call websites no so now type employability checking service. Now they will unique application number, so 3434 number nishema. Then that way they can do their check. Because I know the certificate of application is usually valid for just 6 months. Okay.
With the last one, with the last one, we refuse the decision, or state say, my registration after the marriage. The registration should have been done 28 days after the marriage. And Pacho, I don't know. Samrano, Jumasa, said marriage certificate also come register 28 days.
But Ghana Fie Wariana.
Bachani.
And see for your Ghanaian customary marriages, no. So share your Ghanaian law now. It is to do with the fact say opera and over register who aware and I say person over register so register into a bit more worry 20 years ago afena omobeje and no registration and answer afena omobe register our no because it doesn't say yes registration and I say there is a must say we making sure say we register with KMA and I say AMA and any of the authorities into say pair now register. Just what you say.
Yeah. I say deliberate. I don't know where you know. Because any number council.
Yeah, in saying any Ghana imbra is there be.
Even grab me check a UK law. It's not in the a UK law say after within 3 months and I'll obey registration, which is and I mean in police to be more than 28 days, but they were giving the approval. I've never been lucky over there. The call review now up for now to 6 months. It's to my to the matter sure.
Yeah, it is a lawyer at church because of course some would say Ghana and Brandon so I say and say lawyer to meet
my lawyer and your monoma minimum pa my lawyer no PFW phone. Well, I mean, he's trying his best, but I don't know. Nyama are slow.
Yeah, I think so. With home office for no, I think so. Most of us are experiencing delays in normal decisions. No, but of course, the wire pre-action protocol letter there definitely they will come back with a decision soon.
All right, that's fine.
Yeah.
BWF. Solicitors there and you will need problem with the right channel and Nantubasi Konzungu and where she amuna after the papa Eddie Yamisha Baba. No, only other for Emera lawyer Eguso, each and Simunuguna. Send your brother Ibamwa, Yama lawyer Eunice, Ebo breaking. I once Ubama, Yabama lawyer Abu break. Na or the Winsomini Nanumuaye. Eddie ama pepe brother yamani 2 hours ni nyina nka obefa yamani 2 hours na nka obefa nipa pade yefo enye hwe nipa hondo ntina krama wokurum nyeso okodafuo ana pebra line so 0208 133 4646 and that's 0208 133 1134 na me boss ka say osofo sane office wa abotre na nka akọchira de anka ye nke bia me kọchira de nzo anka ma bobbo nkrofo ma bia ni so enti mo ma mentena ha ya la ya Eunice memfio fatu aso ne enko
but show you see I think so that because in terms of
lawyer obi mpesa o tu ase you know lawyer Obi mpesa wo to aso nti gina ho. E ba cho me ma wachi e mo akwa ba.
Yeah.
Ohene ba. Lawyer Eunice 8 you.
Yo, where the my bonnet town.
Bonitew.
And you be a extension. Na me de akotum. Na me de call ye no. Na me ye adwuma. Nti adwuma na me ye no. Etua bibia all right. Ema omode bi ba say omo receive my nyina no must scan original document because they don't return them to omode call me solicitors no. Na we na me wa adwuma mu a omo frɛ me management na cast omo check employment checking system no so. Yeah, I was to say me allowed to work. Until the main country, lawyers and among contact certificates for no update. Until then, my phone number take it unpaid annual leave. Until me that's what you see. Application also still now among undecided extension no. Yeah, me see I'm a family man. Yes, I bring no abraboma then. I had to say me resource system so or much scarcity for due to the condition in more update system no as soon as possible. That since on the 8th of this month, in theory, and that's scientific, but my phone is say without that, and a Jumano, every week be almost a check or system also say, if you are no more updated, then they can call me back to work. At Nema with me, maybe and Yajuma, it is a say no me patch way forward and say.
Application away.
I have family, 2.5 intimate and
Okay. Instead now one crat and answer now in crat answer now.
Nami won't crack and run out and for extension.
Nti uko renew.
Uko renew answer na ewu.
Yes, okay, me see. We are at the and we are the and I'm 14 days grace period to me cover me.
Okay, and so we are within the 14 days of what do you call it? Under 39E. I know so usually so we are sometime after we leave no expires now. Oh yes, validation checks now. Sometimes it comes up with that error. And it's very difficult to should I say phone home office to rectify that because it is something that is generated by almost system so sometimes if you phone them and you ask them say of course this is what's coming up but we have application within the 14 days after we leave then on move to me then they will try and see how best to go about it because it's a system thing so when crata generate validation way no matter the employers will just see as that your way is not valid even though you are saying you made it within that 14 days the system will just generate it like that for them into ABI you might want to call them and then see how best to rectify it, because I know say as soon as a pass expiry date it will just come up like that me won't confirm yes I'm see something like that maybe you might want to call them and then if your application has taken more than 6 months then maybe it will help say obey your complaint and answer over to me a pre-action protocol letter.
So not me that into some almost me solicitors no much wrong but I think much wrong but if you marry into me and person meet me up from
yeah say one cause our application into definitely you have every right to also phone the home office.
Okay, and until then employer and normal right of mommy
because of the fact that of course the system is coming up with that I will say one casa what did he say within the 14 days now lawyers normally do then of course you can go ahead and say you are protected under 3C because whilst your application is still with the home office and your leave was still pending into they should of course look at the fact say because omo make a decision in regards to your application into opese omo daso Emma we juma because we leave no omo make a decision into I yet to say that so twaso that is of course if it was made within that 14 days after
yes.
we leave no expire.
Even just me fan say and let it think and 26th yeah and be watching na me call it me fan 27th.
Okay.
Yeah, confirm those days na.
Eno na aka no. Umpe ho asem umpe sa ne ma ye fefam ya. Entwen ma no. Na wa follow am protocol no pepepe. Ana lawyer me boa.
Oh, patron, it say yeah.
Oh. Say Matthias here but say na akoba ne say next time na me ntwe ma na mata ba akoba ne say na me solution. Patron so what I say.
Solution no. Ye dey ma lawyer say wa wetimi afre. Se wo hwe na lawyer ne ntimi mfra wo ban so a ye be fra ma. Ba electricity dey obetua.
Okay.
Electricity dey obetua. Nyame shira. O kai mrebia Ghana na telephone ye komo. Uko post office and wakosa line. Utua ni aye call na ma utua ni aye call na ma. Oba ye hoye be call na ma. Ana lawyer me boa.
Oh, boa.
So ba ye be call na ma. I come center. Ni abowura ni akoye na ma na otua bi. Nyame shira. Me ba cho o address no.
Ame wo pa.
Tottenham High Road.
Ni na o.
Me da asi. Nyame shira.
Me da asi. Nyame shira.
Lawyer. Ko e wasi ni na o so asako ba bi fufuro. Enya hwi. Bra line no 0208 133 4646. Me ba cho ye nua bi wa frache pa, wa frache. Enya me mfumu so nkrufo bi ba omo nsem wa. Omo nsem wa ni nyina so ye omo akofa ba bi e kire se. Ba bi omo afa no. E ho ye tro. Nti ai sana ai mesrew bra line eno so. Lawyer Eunice ewa ha. Obedi atum na yakeka nstem asiani na bibia ye kama. 0208 133 4646 and 0208 133 1134. Se wohwe o time na UK ha 3 minutes past 10. Hey, actually say me for 30 minutes bin kan lawyer ho na yenko yani nya hwe 30 minutes be kan ho me 30 minutes. Lawyer Eunice to aso yenko obi ba me de ne be ma ho.
Pa show you. It's now me kasa of course. There are so many grounds are inconformable to me. Ede jina so ede say appeal.
Hello.
Onuya be ma me pa cho me ma wachi o.
Hello, good morning.
Me pa cho me ma wachi.
You pa cho me Joseph.
Odi akoka ho ana.
Me pa cho me ba have 4 months ago with EEA family permit. No ma me Dutch me.
Okay.
Na yakoye biometrics ni bibia na card na travel performance ni ma ya na me bisa se enu tumi chesa
enti o bisa
o se card no akoche EU ni na onya akoye biometric na wi na card na achebe ye format inya mai.
Oh, okay, so yeah, card application, biometric card application ni bi replacement ni bi
ya ba na ma ko boy nsa no na o mo si yen na card na with nine number ni nya beba.
Oh, okay, into all the 6 months no na buy and after na all year 5 years no. Okay. Into of course say all year will pre-settled and answer limited leave to remain application. Usually what happens they say omo beka say within a few weeks omo obeti omo kan but they say they are trying as much as possible to get through on my backlog, but to see sometimes it takes 6 months, sometimes it takes 8 to 9 months to me check a crap, but it is 6 months now. At least my lawyers no any pre-action protocol and my almost said because 6 months no as so now to me any decision no Emma will need to at least make a decision on what application as soon as possible because 6 months no up home. Obviously that will also help in terms of quickening to make a decision on your application. It is a lawyers be to me after 6 months and also more.
Okay, to 6 months me you.
Patcho diabetes a what train.
Now patcho to me refuse you there. The family visa na buy free no.
So when meet certain requirements I almost to me refuse so into ABA went to me and she said woman or support so financially won't to me use way a refusal. It's baby sano, of course, say America say uncle for right of appeal no. So also you refuse to also say right of appeal, and of course it would be better say obey you so right of appeal if you do have the evidence to show say part woman me say and other mouth, and now say you can show by way of receipts and now say in yama or yama into or the call shopping and I say or the call GP and I say opticians and I say visa. You have those receipts at hand because of course when him say most people who will come will not be able to open an account into me and say or account via my transfer sika ekotum but say over to me actually yama me and I say will sponsor no yama or dia then of course then that can be used as a basis to say
Matthias the finance evidence here no one scan on the money can no receipt there and so we scan our receipt there and so
Pachomantini
if I don't say or no scan on the money maybe I scan on the money shopping and I say any photo at the end of the no receipt there and so and I mean him say those shopping centers and receipts no they make it work.
Okay, and say of course say woman no on shada and show the way I will say abia or bit to me I show because we need receipts be or bit to me they actually there then that will make it difficult because a chrome had there everything is about let's say evidence and I said be over to me the actually because mama disika to unsem and I say kase one kasa we adwuma de show ho dia and there's no dependency because mama de wo buy say or no na or show it is one kasa we adwuma dia and then actually say mama show and I say then actually someone na would depend on also
but you Mati but still I mean you adwuma and the few na so no on the children my
we asamono ya de bango wan ho akoye chia ba yanim aha no enye about how best you explain your case by evidence based and you be say you bet me I refuse you and a lawyer say yes say eniema omo require from you no ni nyina ntimi amma no a ene wa mama example o ma me na de wa ba e de na kire say o depend o ma me so ebia me rent me ma me na etua ha meti me ma me na yesi na ye ba anere na nsan yenti ye nyantimi nya adwuma ye ni account enti so otimi prove san ye ma ye nyina ene o mehwe so ni ya hwesto okay ene wasem na wo kana ye no kura ye de atum ye de be ma ya je atum ye pam
afena Matthias
enti sa ye kwa ye ni mo ba ye chi ene me pa cho fa documents no ko prove eno ano no nyame nhira wo fa documents no ko prove why
okay
ai ko no bi mra me pa cho me ma wachi e ma wakwa ba.
Good morning.
Yeja.
Me pacho we dey me busalo ya kakra.
Fabra.
Me pacho me wo 2.5 years no sudina. Me wo me kepe na mpesa me wale no. Na me pacho se me person busalo ya se me no wo wale wa ha ebe ya na number 1. Ena eye yenso a me eye me 2.5 years no wo mbet mama ni bia na.
Unjina so ye dey o depend on
lawyer me pacho minu ya be mai ni tirin kwa obenum akokọ nkwan was saying over 2.5 years
okay
or the 2.5 years no so
okay
na nyame aye na dom wanya girlfriend a opeso wo ware no
okay
na obi sa say number 1 obetimi aware ne girlfriend no wa ha ana number 2 wo ware ne girlfriend na 2.5 years na wono da so no ye de bi be ma ne girlfriend na obetimi agi 2.5 years ni bi so ma ne girlfriend na kire so munyina san so bi de amatu ana.
Okay, it is here appendix FM now where your immigration rules na say na. So let's say we are parents now we dey nya 2.5 years. Now when you be a person wa no chrome hand of course obetumi aware ni pakro no but say also we call registry e wo chrome hand na also we call ware san nimpa no e wo registering kwan dia registry no omo yema omo ye and procedures they have to follow into omo ka show say omo be ma notice period And within that notice period, no, and someone from home office, someone suspect say obi ever worry for inkrata. Usually, no, almost to me, I am from home office. Say ni say and the home office will usually, should I say, on the day home registry for no ever more sad dates for our reno. But say, oya Ghana our there say obia any wasem into why or our rena or the marriage certificate, the marriage certificate no abroad. In terms of 2.5 now, one so 2.5 now, say your partner application under your appendix FMR. Of course, the person that is making the application, which is or girlfriend, no. So or your application now, so automatically say wow, all depending on also no. One has a British citizenship and I say settled status, which is indefinite leave to remain. And to say only indefinite leave to remain, and I say only British citizenship there, and there unfortunately only for there. And then in terms of that cramp, she should be able to show say our parental relationship with Woba into Nanka or indefinite leave to remain. So to make sure that she also has a parental relationship with Wobano, who is British, and Sana with me, Enya and Krat and Crampo ever Kroma.
Me pacho macho na me bano ya British na exam. Me bano so na me dinya atla half years. Dinya atla half years. But ne me bano fi ba. Dan bano tin ma.
Yeah, into say American no because we cry indefinite and I say we cry British citizenship no. We girlfriend no into me engine now so find ya in Krata wo Kroma. Into now can one indefinite and I say British citizenship there and the girlfriend no way to me I can say okay me now so the aye in Krata and no crampo no because oti Chrome hanenti so to me say or no bano or British no ever parental relationship in what the can say only in Colano and say but say at least so over to me actually say ABI and Colano from time to time I'm better now on chain into from time to time we perform with school now we girlfriend also I perform with school and I say at least almost no. So they can even write a supporting letter to say she's nice and my stepmother is this and this and this. But almost they won't say and I say only bravo cry then it will be difficult for her to show say one sa kolana and I say one kolano ever any relationship there. So it's important say if you were to do that application, you will also look at it from that angle. Unless you are saying then that child that you are going to give birth to will also be a basis for her to make an application into there's those two options.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you.
Yanso yadawase eno na lawyer atrechi mu no kama onyame enhyira anopai yeguso etu adwumade no so enche na adwumade no ye piapia ne ti ade asifam wonso obetumi aba telephone no so 020813344646 ya refuse you why you confused unhunu ne awo ye eno na anopai lawyer ka ho asem yentie ne kakra.
Oh my God, I love Rainbow Radio. Many colors, many voices, one God, one station.
Brem.
Pause.
Mekaye, enya de ma lawyer kasa. Ba na adwene so mekasa fa obi beba so. Beba cha me ma wachi e ma wakwa ba.
You're so prophet Mpacho, good morning. Good morning.
Oh, yeah, many me so majors. Na ne lawyer Eunice, a man in Yako, and the man not online enough. Are they? Member no one of me, my cock a few mana. With your moon yesterday, member no yesterday. Lawyer ate you. Many abrazo lawyer ate you. Oh, position ye, mammy. Position ye. Okasano, article we Bahomia na line na announcing na kufuado. Na yon kwajemrew. Hello. We me sure say Bahomia na line no. Bahomia line no dia. Wasan dia police ho. Bahomia line no dia ma Boris Johnson so we hwe so ma no. Nti brother na ntimi agina so woko. Me pa cho Brazil see ya. Na me fa ma lawyer Eunice no jo. Hello. Hello. Hello.
Hello? Yeah, hello. Sorry.
No problem, Kasa. Lawyer 80.
Lawyer, me pacho, me wo question me no. Pacho, about we now back no kuta 5 years route. 10 years route no. Na on the bar BWF na most no. But lawyer full timer or the 1,007 1,006. But so no, yeah, 4 times yeah. But it's kind of so active. Every year maybe up to 1,003. Obviously, in case that a or some like or some continue they affect Nana. But any one.
Live in the
live in the 2023.
Oh, okay. So I'm right.
But not, but no, be to say, Siciano, Siciano, or 1,003 a month. Now, Okutankola too, and a store almost day of Gratano. Now, be to say, next, Eunice, Eunice, or Ebius of Chasso, 5 years now, almost on funding for 10 years looking back, because Sabia, she can't know a requirement to make a money, not to be to
Okay, so in terms of maintenance requirements, a young collar, we are British now, or Genome, so in meeting that maintenance requirements, I saw to me, and it's like now or general. So to any rent, any council tax free honoma, at least the all one a best income support rates are omodema a mammy for neo mumbano, and I say, conform parents any omumbano ever from her. In the area, for instance, let's say or 1,003 and in Colano papa and ATR rent no mano. In 2003 now or no, at least over to me and their share or no and in Colano na abia it be aka. But she will have to come and then we'll have to assess because of course by the income support rate. And see, let's say because of Nkola 2 no. They are saying because income support rate for Nkolano, at least one child, £68.70 for each child. Into £68 way no amount no, or might multiply by 2. Now, parents no. So let's say Nkolano papa on no and say into ono kwana Nkolano. She should be able to say on also no. Nanka de ma ononkwa budget £74 and answer budget £74 I think say 20 thereabouts for income support. Into no or the cancer and colano £68 and I say £69 now. Nisi cannot every month no. So divide it into every week sikano ebeso and answer so. It is always important to also have it that way into your calculation and kasana. Then you'll be able to tell say usukano so and answer and so. Of course, also 2023 na ebewu. So maybe by that time no na with me more hours and answer visa and say she shouldn't be worried now. Say ebe issue.
Okay. Pacho. Na ba kono see eno se madam pa ko. Ono so no dey say okuta 10 years suit na but oyeso o sheshe. It is also na oyo bibia for your English exams no bibia ka ho. O chole ta so o sheshe. Ama na aka 28 days. No, na aka 2 months na dey 2 months of visa na dey. And our application of the 4 years. But decision ni buy no. reached about there 3 days ago. By no one still was not 10 years route, not on traffic. And Jimmy play me some patch.
Usually, I'm very sure the NC are moving to 10-year route no so. It depends on what the route. Maybe when we meet English language requirements, and also when we meet maintenance requirements, and also not or traffic offense, and I want can in some do not to 10-year route no so. They would usually say the NC are moving to 10-year route no so. So when we meet certain requirements are almost switch out.
Because only the English, or Troy, and or J1,500 a month, and so 1,500 a month. Nina can or choices or special courses. So now, I'm more than 10 years route. Not
so I'm can't share with Nina, but they will definitely say the NC will refuse saying no.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, I'm patch with that.
Me bacho when a pocket lawyer no.
Oh, that be.
Hey, wo.
Me not to dominate BWF for the no be there. No say for you. Yeah, no more problem. Say me you win.
Me da say me share patent kremu no. When a pocket lawyer no. Enti bibia ba near dia be see so. Na pocket lawyer ba office lawyer for ho. No abegi appointment, abegi apo. No dey call, no cost ready. No. Me pa cho.
Omo na yema BWF no na mo ye. BWF na na for mo ya.
Ene ka wasi en saka.
Bi mo chiko na ba ho no. Aya na me twi mo chiko se mata. Wo bibi ya fa ko e tie ni fi.
Ene omo fa letter na mbra ne yankinkan mu ne yankyerɛ mu ne yantia. Ye de na koten.
We na me say one family and the fair.
Auntie one family. Catch us one family. One family. Like in it, apart from say, Adumaya may ya many good, no. Spiritually, may ye highly anointed.
Of course.
Me punchy bibi and also who said, "Be me punchino, me punchy at the papaso." Onia, man of a letter and Branian came with why? You're veteran, you're going to Yamin it out. You damage it out. Bye bye. 10 years in the Yania Gemano. I was switching the Yanya on one equal yen is sweet. 18 yen, you refuse no on family and Yamin it out. Chroma radio, you know, had because a Hano professionalism no spiritualism no so intimate tatua na bibia kama lawyer yamre na yamre ba odi update ye kakrani hey lawyer gina ho check nipa anyankoya sa nipa anyankoya spiritual ya ben physical ya ben me ba cho me ma wachi e ma wakwa ba hey na guys you mo ko share he ma me no
no ya phenomenon you
you mesa bobo me da say lawyer 8 you
that's it yeah lawyer mpacho me first me say bread be bakasa ba for say oye Eunice oye family member sorry but me suna kasa family member ba we fifie eko ba me control ni people na nya me na me me control ni people no waye na me mpacho you odan say me tu ye person ya me na me man na state here so waye so e trade no dia na e push
into part of year on daily basis so ye ne mama ana
family member good me ni mia
okay so ye to say una ye ni nua wo hwe no
me nya me hwe no na me ka fa na ba no we fifi me ye 5 years ye ni man
okay
na ma ya na no be we fifi ko
okay to say one with rent and I say one with Bibiana
David lawyer opeso o kire say ono no kofa na baaye okofa na baaye no ne yesi ye de ye ntimi hunu ba girl no wajane koye no ono atunya fa kwan bi so akọ complete the papers no
okay
akọ complete the documents no and this say no bisa say na anya ono no ye man no ekwan ben so na ni nua netimi fa ya okoye paper no onim say enka okwakoya oba beje ne supporting document oba beje ne passport ne 1 or 2 bi e kire say still no me she nipa yi nsem enti ono no ya ma me ba we de amanesa woni ya wajane ye no ono a watimi ajane akoye ne papers akoye bibia ashoki sister
It's of course someone you so one address and I say it is seen to be say one address so na over to me aka say ne sister and supporting financially there. Then of course okoye application for indefinite and I say okoye application for settlement. Now over to me actually say on any sister no ebia on what now for a continuous 5-year period. And of course say if it's to say sister no from time to time what the sika etuni account nima, then of course over to me I can say because over to me I stress that evidence of dependence in it almost the 5-year indefinite no ebema no sentence na or just current 6 months support and I say evidence there omobema na another 5 years ebium. Say ne sister no of course with to me any documentation to prove say or ne sister no and there. I don't know how she was able to get those documents, but if she was able to get it, then of course over to me application it's all about the evidence. It's say over to me they say or no sister sending into her account and all of that there. Then of course she can obviously be guaranteed settled status and I say indefinite leave to remain. And unless she did it on a different route into Abia or changing routes and 1 year based on the sister.
Hello, many about
Mpacho mo ha.
I inti Abia unu ya babisi abano. Abia wa changing route. And correct me sister na dem ba e ba say die. Me sas ma chi adwade. Inti Abia no akonya obi abata no ho na kire say Abia sa inti Abia wa changing route.
Okay.
Lawyers who changing route a possible sentence betimi aka.
Okay.
Yes, so yeah, that was yeah, na nyoma bi o hard bi no but you don't have much control over it. Enti sa na ye enti say amani pamo a ayede. Obua obi a na odwene ho mienu. Uchina nko a obehwe na nipa no odi yerewa na afi wani atutu aka wonsem. Be ba chaw anopai aye Rainbow Radio International. And the lawyer Eunice any kita yimu was so yasene watwe me ohwe wo time na 1 minute to 10:30 nature say odi for memory aso me asori me spiritual father me spiritual father yeri awu and ye endra speed bi a me di free Birmingham e be duru kurum asane be ya enna no pai metimi ene wo abaye sa program enti wo hwa odi for my yard baba me ka kire bi WF solicitors se menya ticket me de bebre wo menya ticket pe me de bebre wo because you see M1 no so camera nko a nti menya ticket me de bebre wo ba me gidi se ma drive we oh lawyer Eunice me a very good driver
oh me bon pa say onwentwa wo nti wonya ticket bia
ma hunu flash bia mo de nti mo ho son lawyer fani atu asobre na fi yem fa gro no entwato ka ko enim kakra ni famara awie.
Okay, into na ye ka afa nkofo betumi e dey appeals aba and of course say right now the appeal beba now we hu obi a oye lawyer and I say solicitor na wetumi hu denti amudu refuse so and na denti I say we no appeal. Say most of the time only right of appeal into nkofo a omoye obi a omo person omo ba UK as let's say skilled worker na so omo ba UK as student na why yes application no refuse so I no only right of appeal because any human rights any EEA any protection claim into no sano because only right of appeal ninti the only option the fact that so we administrative review of course say so we administrative review there then it means of as much as possible no then you have to take that option and also say no almost time limits sa over UK so they request no for administrative review the fact say home office I mistake and someone make error on my decision no. Into wo sign I catch a home office phone say one make error into one kasamo mon share more error no na mo make a different decision because say now wrong na you able to me actually say na into decision now mo make and because wrong into mon no. These are some of the technical issues that we will be branded there, then of course you can try and do it yourself, but most of the time no uhia obia oye in brain now to me wow now to me iron the right way because sometimes it can be based on the fact say omujidi say the documents are genuine bibi sa no one kasa on to me argue because so one kasa we want to me enchre imbranumu senya esa wuchre mu a omo beti asese na enye wadren said obe use sa document way and access that document no crampo no na enye document almost say fraudulent documents na to you know why you're the right thing now way to me obtaining a genuine document into the omo say fraudulent no because say na ya udinya into for you no why their ebrano kano udinya into things like that sometimes no ube here case laws ube here embrano to be able to make those arguments to home office for no so that at least omube to me and no krena omube to me assessa omo decision. When it comes to things like EU applications, at least with the EU settlement scheme applications, various options. You can make a fresh application. Over to me, I appeal. Over to me, assign administrative review. Send your caller, first caller no. Or there were any application under the EU settlement scheme, and I assign administrative review. So even though I'm moving my right of appeal. Or option to go through the appeal route and now say over here administrative review because ebia wujidi say documents no on one hwemuye na omo hwemuye a omo behu say nyema na omo hwehwe no bibia wo ho inti na wo ye administrative review. But of course administrative review may not be the best option for obia ebia omo aka say omo jidi say aware no enya aware pa because say almost say our pa it will be better say obey appeal na almost say wasem court na at least judge no able to me aka say nkofo two way omo akasa mate dia omo aka I don't think say their home office eka no correct sir because me tie omo num nsem me hu pass say of course because of senya omo no far questions na ye bisa omo no enwa ware no ware pa enye because of bibinti na so to make say omo ware no enye genuine into bibisa no you would definitely need to appeal rather than to do administrative review senya brother ya offer first caller if ya or kan into there are some things for instance if they got it wrong based on let's say Omoka say nominee evidence say we a family member of EA National now for one reason or the other omo sa marriage certificate no and honestly o che omo say marriage certificate no patron na ewo ho ma ware no na year before 31st December 2020 into na dia wo hwehwe no bibia wo ho bi into definitely no dia we hu no eno na say me de bachelor biom na at least we hu say me ne family member ampa into eno no sa no so we can say oh yeah administrative reviewer then of course that is a more effective way of dealing with the issue whereas also we can say enya our report because they believe say omo interview wo no answers na o ma no bebre no mutinye inti enya warepa and no no you will not go for administrative review we will call for appeals na ye ka ho asem no and of course say o obi a o ka say because of their application refusal no mo dia ma no nti o pese o ye ho bibi and most of the time no conform more visit visas. Some of those visit visas before 2012 on the basis that over a family member, you would have been given some right of appeal. But currently, no, for some reason, they are not showing that. Prophet, what's the okay. And so most of the time, no, they will show, say, of course, because of that family relationship or because of those ties now omo with Abia, omo nua, and I say omo ekunu ewo krom ha ninti no omo besra omo pesa omo betna krom ha per se, inti they would have given them a right of appeal. But since 2012, some of way now loses her right of appeal. Inti so we have visit applications, for instance, there's no right of appeal. And I want to me and administrative review because say and decision Home Office and say a decision eligible decision want to me and administrative review. In say no of course say a lawyer na to me I share decision ni in say be over visit why that reason alone is the reason that over UK, because for some time now wayare or new bia obetumi ahwe na nti wona opesa obehwe no for a few months be na osan wichi ekoba. In that case, lawyer no ebetumi a draft pre-action protocol letter to say ehunya pa say ne sister no ebeba because say obi eni ha ne buse bi biere eni ha awetumi ahwe na dia and be more effective said ne sister no ebeba na wabehwe no na wabehu said ne sister no okay and I said ne sister no wetumi ejina ho and I said ne sister no wetumi anya ahunka obetumi ede aye de say otumi ye no it is of course say visit application na omo refuse say now to me any right of appeal to me any administrative review because it's not an eligible decision there. Then the only option you have is to do a pre-action protocol letter over to me. I file for permission to apply for judicial review. And no under your civil procedure rules no. So over to me actually say decision now mo make here no na a decision na unlawful and I say government no and I say Home Office Secretary or public authority no Abia she didn't look and I said she failed to look at the relationship now with sister Nancy. It is against human rights and no you can bring a pre-action protocol letter to warn them say on the omo ebeko court inti no who cash from say I say almost sign share decision in bill and I say almost sign review almost decision in bill answer na wait to me at the court so almost few crampona you have a period of 90 days plus 1 from the time almost the refusal decision in bill saying over to me I can say application not to the court for permission because what did he say of course decision now make totally wrong and you're free of course over to your court fee over to your solicitor's fee and judicial review is one of the most expensive routes more expensive thing appeal and I say administrative review but say if that is the only option you have then usually and a canon or share senya over to me enya answer and answer over to me enya remedy to problem now would the akoma or solicitor and answer would the akoma in some braining for no. So of course when it comes to things like that into ABA for instance will decision now we are because Ujidipa said na kasa mo den krata ne ma na on one farm ma woninti so we a home judicial review there then yes of course go ahead and put in a judicial review and no sano say abia for instance or visit application na and no pre-action protocol letter na lawyer no bɛka kyerɛ say of course say yeah no na ɔmo mfi yɛ nkrampo na still na yɛbɛtumi allodge saa permission no ɛwɔ court no. And if, for instance, you've also put in an application, let's say it's a one-year student application, now on we refuse so we say we sign a year and no administrative review. And so one case we students will chrome her on my 3 years. It's almost another extension because maybe a 1 year will cost, and I say it's almost extension because of the further courses are all called. Almost say there be Abia went to me answering maybe, but one case would depend say and no cressa into oh yeah administrative review. BBC no say oh yeah administrative review na oh kase nanka say almost showing year. Yes, you can go ahead to do that and then show them their evidence now. Oh no, it is also important because a lot of the time no. If we dream so because someone go school in so one kasa to me one kasa there, but it is technical in the sense that sometimes there are certain case laws that you may not know of or you may not understand. It is always better so to me who in Brenifo na wait to me at church because sometimes it is not what you know, it's those technical things that you don't understand now every to me abwa case no na. Sometimes I was in renew for to me amount. And say, of course, say, on refusal with decision, it can be a human rights application based on your partner, and now and now say why your application for student visa, and now work permit visa, and now skilled worker visa. And now campus say why your application based on visit. Now, of course. On we refuse to who say we refuse to speak to somebody who is a legally trained person, and I say and in Benifo entrance and that more the way forward. Say better say obey appeal or mobile advice. So say better say over to me I administrative review now when your decision on it or mobile advice. So say the only option now no say pre-action protocol. To do judicial review so advice so as to which is the best option for you. Sometimes no say it be a right of appeal la or say to me administrative review. In say for instance obia why administrative review now what sign a fresh application obisa no rejecting the administrative review because say what sign a fresh application in say to me share administrative review. And so sometimes in your be say a better so be who in brainy for now on what church abia before obey fresh application no now on way to me at church when your ma obey here first answer na why even fresh application say I don't know who here. And see yes prophet I know say my fa won brain na well science so every Birmingham aba minim pan se wa bre mema etiofo ejina hana at least say next week ya me adoma ya sign abeshia bio
nka meba be ka kire o se oma 11 ebo me wa ha ene nsu be bodo me papa ansa na wo de contact details ne information ne betu dwa no yi sasemu ya no ma me obi asend me message bisa se ne de wa chia me asofu mu pa o say good morning reverend mejo na so o say odeneba eba ha 26th of September 2018 na neba no ebe ko school anka all year extension extending to diploma in healthcare social care and social care but almost free enrollment no na okoye no almost say I was say akwala no etua 3,000 but akwala no so for indefinite leave or indefinite to leave na adenti no say utua 3,000 na odi akwala no ba afoforo no will apply for financial support that is students no but can say unya 3 years intino amfa amano but say the one can say wa apply and I say wa apply, but almost say unto fees of 3,000 and I obisa say possible say omojisa scano and sana omama enrollment nana.
Yeah, and say I know yeah possible. And say I even had in Crawford we are British citizen. Almost na Ghana check akra and almost sound by it because no per se almost ba penny Eba University will chrome her. Student finance for no say and to me and assess no as home student are to me I'm no student loan because meets a 3-year residence requirement. In the no sano or sign up college view for 3 years and sana student finance for able to me a man alone. In the who say oh yeah British and I say who cry indefinite. Meet almost 3 years requirements now almost mouse as student loan no. In the so to me stress what's na UK ha legally for a period of 3 years and sana obey J sa student finance loan no. And say, of course, their student finance for no akano policy. And to say, nipano epesa oje student loan every hodia and the better say obey 3 years. And I say so what 3,000 nedia and the on your course no na of course say in Brabham na after 3 years no obey to me actually say Ekana wabono obetumi etua and the ono ankasa na asem but student finance for kwa de minim say 3 years residence requirements no mo fendi agro nti so obetwe na wako university no then she will have to wait nti yes profits senya omoka ye na enwa no
yo ene wadaroma fa ayi ni nyina maye address no na ba bia mochiwo na yentimi mehwehwem yemfa dwumadi na mra wie
and that's a very prophet say one mama say embrace and say oh hwehwe BWF solicitors of course enye immigration in Brankwa na yedi ho nkomo na say ye ka ho asem and say of course say opese who in regards to any family issue, whether it's to do with womba or pair contact with omo and now say currently no we're in time and you're fine into muhia divorce into of course we hear your services over to me abe huye and now crown say oh social issues into unim saying over to me enya landlord and I say council not to repair damages in your home and now say you are currently having to do hand to mouth here and bois with public funds and so person use no recourse to public funds in first so and now Crampo say you have issues in terms of employment so in see of course so you were 7 sisters. Your main address is 4th floor of Anna House, 214 to 218 Tottenham High Road, London. Your postcode is N154NP. It's N154NP. Your office telephone number is 0208 493 7340. Into 0208 493 7340. Nyanka sami number out of office hours so yeah 075 35 81 3910 into 075 35 81 3910. Me bon paisen dasende ye besan ehia biom.
Dasene ye besan ahia biom. Mame lawyer onyame enhira o. Dasene me so me wo arrange mu say yɛbɛsan ahyia biom obi ne ka na asɛm ɔsɛ by fire by force enti ɛnɛ anapa yi ɛha ɛne yɛde dwumadeɛ no bɛsie ɔsɔfoɔ Thursday meyɛ asɔre sesei nso adeɛ atɔ m'ani me maame atɔ fam me spiritual mother nti nka nnɛ ɛwɔ sɛ yɛwɔ Birmingham ndra matu America ba mewie asɔre pɛpɛpɛ na ba masatu America kɔ menya ba ne deɛ nnɛ mɛtwɛn no mayɛ asɔre pɛpɛpɛ na kyerɛ sɛ wokyina no patutututututu na mabubi ketem na mekɔ onyame nhyiram mo ante me kan bi mu a lawyer sɛ dasɛnnɛ yɛbɛsan aba wohu na wobɛhu me woahu ne di aneɛ no woahu me ɛno ano no bye bye.
Highly spiritual.
Times have changed. Social distancing affected.
Facebook questions.
Okay. And see, Nana Obrema and Star say, good morning, Lawyer Eunice. Please, my friend is an European citizen from Netherlands and has stayed in the UK for 10 years. He had a baby and has applied for British passport for his 2-week baby, but they sent him a letter to bring his baby's mom's passport, showing her visa and when she came to the UK. Her question is, what are their reasons and is that a new requirement for getting passport for your British child? Thank you. Inti, the question way bisa say ne yanko a wabetna UK ha or your dechini watna UK ha for the past 10 years na of course nsani pano wetumi ene obi awo neba a di 2 weeks waye passport application ama neba no ama passport for no bisa say na mame no ne nkrata no ewo he of course say your British Nationality Act na say obi betumi aye passport application ama ne ba directly sa nkrofo na omo settled status ewo krom ha anase omo British citizenship ewo krom ha into when you settled status anase British citizenship under section 1 of the British Nationality Act na wo ba wa wono after such time there sa akolano automatically British. Inti se ubetumi a na why application ama sa akolana ama ne passport. Usually the passport office will require say ubetumi achre ne mama ne papa consent. Inti say oh yeah application now they will ask was he married to the mother of the child and ask the visa. Of course, if they were not married, then they want to know, say, of course, the mother consents to akolana, passport, no amano. It's not a requirement per se. They're just looking to see what the status of the mother is. Let's say papa no and application no ama akolano. Currently no on the mama no let's say they are living separately and all year passport no ama akolano. Of course, he can just tell them that he doesn't live with the child's mother, and so he will not be able to get a copy of the passport and the immigration status. If it is such that on a akolane mame and there, then of course he can just show them the passport of the mother. Omun bisa for biometric card. Into anyone say what the passport ne trauma to show say mame no Ghanaian and I say she's from whichever country are offering. Into of course say omun bisa no na it's not because it's a requirement. It's just for them to know say of course mame no so whichever nationality that she is, and akolano is deriving his right for British citizenship not directly from Abia ne papa because ne papa ekura settlement as an EU national and yene mame, and if they are both holding settled status now, then it means that of course the child derives it from either one of them because akolane mame ankasa so was settled status until no ankasa so able to me passport application no ama akola no. Instead, they are just looking to see what the status of both parents are, just to know how to make their decision. And then sometimes it's because they just want to know, say, both parents also have consented to akola no getting their British citizenship. Yeah. Richard, I want to say, please, do you have to receive refusal letter from the Home Office when they refuse you? Yes. So, your immigration rules are almost say under the section SN, or should I say, notice to be given under your immigration rules now. They have to give you a written decision. So almost share wo application now almost dream say only jinasobia and some be refuse so they have a duty to notify you say decision way and na omo make it into either say omo de bema and answer omo refuse so on so it has to be a written decision. Either someone de be send you email and answer omo de be post and answer omo de be call visa center and answer omo be tell say yeah they are send the address now the mayen and answer email address now the mayen. Definitely no, it is part of their requirement to at least give you a written decision say omo a refusal or application. Yes, into Richard, they have a duty to give you a refusal letter when they refuse the application. And see, Abdul Basit Yaha, yeah, I think it's Yahaya. And someone say, hello, please, can undocumented migrants get married to EU citizens to obtain leave to remain after Brexit? I think said this is a topic my colleague Richard dealt with some weeks back in terms of more applications based on EU nationals and multi-chrome. Into Osha appendix EU almost say they can still make the applications. The almost to me actually say na relationship na wono and I say aware na almost say woman no na at first but the date was before the 1st of January 2021. Into say almost to me actually say na aware no before 1st January dia, then of course then they can make the application and show say na worry na omutibum before that time, but they were not able to make the application in time, so they should have a reasonable excuse. The NCA application no antum before 30th June 2021. Say omo ya ware for omo ware after 1st January 2021 dia, then they should be able to show say at least sa EU ni na omo ware no ebia sa EU ni no ewo eba oye settled ewo chrome ha and na say akola no ye British and na say akola no atena chrome ha for a 7-year continuous period. Inti omo was a parental relationship no with akola no say after the 1st of January na omuware dia, then they should be able to show say they also have a parental relationship with akola ebia or British or settled or has lived there continuously for 7 years. And to sad dia, then it will be very difficult to make an application within the UK. Chisa oma san onwechi ako back to fie answer na omube to me aye. Inti say omube to me a dia say aware no na before 1st January 2021 na omo aware omube to me actually say no mutibom before that time there, then of course they can make the application. So no worry after there, then they have to be able to show say not only are they married to EU but they also have a parental relationship with akolana or wono. Those are the options nimpano ewo. Nana Bob say, can a person with pre-settled status bring his children into the UK under immigration rules? And see, if that person has pre-settled status, yes. And so we'll show you Appendix FM. Obi our limited leave to remain. Ebe to me, Edeneba Aba. So, Obi saw our pre-settled status under ye Appendix EU. So, Nipa also ever leave to remain. And see, of course, Appendix FM now makes provision for Nkrofo and pre-settled status under Appendix EU. In the signing panel, our pre-settled status no person order eba UK and also sano ebe to me ISA application ama neba no abe join no ewo chrome ha. It's also something good that are introducing. Into say obia okra 5 years limited leave to remain ebe to me actually say when you have 5 years limited leave to remain now person kofa neba every Ghana bar. Of course, so to make sure say akolano edi under 18 on ne akolano or sole responsibility for akolano and I say ne ebusenia oya ne mami and I say ne papa omumie no ewo UK chrome ha into omumie no na mpesa mukofa akolane ba, then that is also good. Say ne papa and I say ne mami emu ba kon efrim dia and also so to make sure say Oma community na opesa one akwala no eba nti yes obi a owo pre-settled status so ebe to me ene neba aba under Appendix FL of year immigration rules nti meda etefo ni na ase
ye fema ye wo London ya ji abasobodie bebre ne ya redare ewo mranse mu eye legal services be to say family law, matrimonial law, immigration, dispute resolution, Ghanaian customary, any family law. What BWFDA yen solicitors edi enijie ene twitwaje wo na ye bo nso nya den kra. Yen partner penin pa Bernardo Wusu aye lawyer ewo UK memu bebru mfie duonu nkron 29 years. BWF solicitors kura won ho. Inti se ba na busuansem bi ti se child care eya abofrahwe mu awaregya ye ho twuma mentwe ene ohye ana injunction ye de to domestic violence so a ye ma legal assistance ya edimu na ye adwuma nso ye child care any family team no nimnia wo famu eweni ya wo brei mu enu ntine ye to ye mbo ase ma wafutu a esefata ewo kokoa mu yen senior partner ayobia Law Society Family Law Accreditation Panel agina tumu no osanso ye member na kyerese eba no se ye gina wachi etwitwaje wo family any matrimonial cases ho a wonni how kra wo pe advice ewo immigration sensem ho wo BWF solicitors de ye immigration team no abredare ewo general immigration ho nsemsem kosi complex immigration work permit student visa ho totoye any entry clearance visas, family visas, ni appeals. Yen senior partner a member na wasagina tum ewo Law Society Immigration Accreditation Panel. Inti se taiwachia wunni how kra. Ye bie an office free juada ekosi fiada anopa non krompe mu ekosi enumre nunsia eye 9:30 am kosi 6 p.m. Ena memene danso appointment nkwa free anopa nondu ekosi ewia no 9 eye 10 am kosi 4 p.m. Yewo 4th floor ewo Anna House 214-218 Tottenham High Road London N15 4NP 793 Seven Sisters Underground nswa eye kwantie bi yen senior partner Bernardo Wusu san ye barrister ya gina tumu na oye Ghana Bar Association member ena wasan gina se mranimfo ewo court cases ya efa Ghana law wa advising local authorities official solicitors office ni solicitors bebree efa Ghanaian law yi na osan yo bia otai kasa ewo radio any TV so fa Ghanaian law